Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you could join me for this online learning journey, created just for you, the students of Europe Hotel School. As a hotel AI expert, I've spent years deep in hospitality operations, and I'm really here to be your guide. We are so excited to support your professional growth in this incredible industry. A passion for creating amazing guest experiences, well, that's the absolute heart of what we do. It's why we're all here. But, and this is a big but, that passion has to be supported by a really solid financial structure. So this explainer is all about giving you that foundation, making sure the businesses you go on to lead don't just get by, but they truly thrive for years to come. So how do we build that strong foundation? Well, we're going to focus on 5 key pillars. We'll start with the budget blueprint, then move to daily financial tracking, forecasting the future, data-driven reporting, and finally, seeking expert guidance. Ready? Let's dive in and start with that first one. Okay, let's begin with the most critical pillar of them all, the budget blueprint. Now, I want you to think of this not as some kind of restriction, but as your strategic roadmap to profitability. It's probably the single most important document you'll have for guiding every financial decision you make. A budget is so much more than just a spreadsheet full of numbers. It's a tool that helps you make really smart decisions. A truly comprehensive, detailed budget is your first essential step in taking control of your financial destiny. It allows you to actually shape your success, instead of just reacting to whatever the market throws at you. So, building this roadmap really boils down to 2 core parts. First, you've got to project your income. And think bigger than just room rates. We're talking conference bookings, spa services, maybe even parking revenue. Second, you have to detail every single cost you can think of, from the obvious stuff like food and payroll to things that are easy to forget, like software subscriptions. The more precise you are here, the more powerful your budget becomes. All right, let's move on to our second pillar. You see, a blueprint is only useful if you're constantly checking where you are on the map. That's where daily financial tracking comes in. This is what lets you shift from being reactive to becoming truly proactive in how you manage. I mean, think about the difference. Without daily tracking, you're basically flying blind, operating on assumptions and guesswork. But with it, you have real-time data right at your fingertips. This shift lets you make quick, informed decisions based on facts, not just gut feelings. And let me tell you, that's a massive advantage in our fast-paced industry. Now, to do this right, you're going to need the right tools. Whether it's a dedicated accounting software, some really detailed spreadsheets, or cash flow monitors, these things are absolutely vital. They let you keep an eye on performance every single day, spot any issues before they become huge problems, and analyze patterns to constantly get more efficient and cut down on costs. This brings us pretty naturally to our third pillar, forecasting the future. Once you have that budget in place and you're tracking your performance every day, you can start using all that rich data to make some really intelligent, strategic decisions about what's coming next. Financial forecasts essentially use your historical data, your past performance, to make educated guesses about future sales, costs, and profits. For instance, you could use last year's holiday season data to predict this year's staffing needs way more accurately. This lets you set realistic targets and put your resources exactly where they need to be to hit your goals. Our fourth pillar, data-driven reporting, is all about measuring what actually matters. Think about it. Regular reports are how you take the temperature of the business. It's how you check in on its financial health and measure your actual progress against those forecasts you set. The key here is to focus on the vital signs of your business. These 3 key performance indicators, or KPIs, are absolutely essential. You've got revenue, what's coming in, you've got costs, what's going out, and then you have your profit margin, which really shows you the fundamental health of your whole business model. Tracking these helps you zero in on exactly what needs your attention. And really, that's the whole point of reporting. It's not about collecting numbers just for the sake of it. It's about that transformation, turning raw data into clear, actionable intelligence. It's about getting insights you can actually use to steer the business toward bigger profits and greater success. And that brings us to our 5th and final pillar, seeking expert guidance. Now, it is so important to see this not as a cost, but as a strategic investment in the long-term stability and health of your operation. Look, professional accountants and financial advisors, these folks bring a level of expertise that can be absolutely invaluable. They navigate the complex financial world of our industry day in and day out. The insights and strategic support they offer can seriously optimize your financial performance. So there you have it. These 5 pillars: budgeting, tracking, forecasting, reporting, and getting expert guidance, they aren't just separate to-do list items. They all work together. They're an interconnected framework that creates a truly powerful and resilient financial foundation for any business in hospitality. You officially have the blueprint for success. So as you continue on your professional journey, I want you to think about this. Which of these pillars will you focus on strengthening first? Because mastering them is going to be a real game changer in your leadership journey. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you all the best.